So another question you can expect somewhere along the line is, tell me your greatest strength. And once again, this is a test of how well you are aligned to the needs of the company and the role. So you should focus an anecdotal response on the following points. But before I talk about each of these points, it's important to mention that you don't necessarily have to do or mention all of the points in your answer. You can decide to mention 1, 2, or 3 of the points, or mention each point in isolation. It just depends on the scenario. And of course, each interview that you go to, each interview you prepare for, you'll need to prepare a different answer because each and every job requires a different strength. So focus on the strengths that are relevant for that particular job and that particular organization. So let's talk about each of the points and use an example of, say, a marketing manager who has to work in financial services in a retail bank, for example, to illustrate the points. So the first point to focus your answer on may be your skills and experience. So as a marketing manager in financial services, you may need to be very analytical, for example. That may be one of your strengths. You may have a strength in digital marketing as opposed to offline marketing. Another point to consider when giving your answer is what attributes you might need. So in our example, the marketing manager in the financial services sector may well need to be calm under pressure because of the busy and very fluid environment. They may have to be very resilient, having to work long hours, for example. Again, financial services is very, or notoriously, quite a stressful industry in which to work. And the third point to focus your strengths, if you're a marketing manager in financial services, may well be the values. So if you're working in a retail bank, you would expect that integrity would be among your values set. But whichever area that you choose, whichever of these points you choose to illustrate your answer, whether it's the skills and experience, attributes and qualities, or values, it's important to punctuate the answer with an achievement which came as a result of you using your strengths. So for example, if integrity and customer service was something that you focused on in terms of your value set, then you may well, or your team may well, have won an award for great customer service. Or if digital marketing is a strength of yours, you may well have exceeded expectations in terms of new customer acquisitions. So before you even go about creating your answer, it's important, as I said, and I've said all along in these videos, is to understand the business, understand the people in the business, the values, the skills and experience that the job requires, so that you can then provide an answer that shows that you're the person to match those requirements. If you want to know the answers to 20 of the most common interview questions, pick up a free copy of my interview questions and answer ebook by visiting liveworkplay365.com.